welcome back, friends. Here we are with the Wrong Side of the Wall, Fade to Black. This is our 4th season of Wrong Side of the Wall, of course, and this is our 5th episode of Fade to Black entitled The Assignment. We're in the last third of Fade to Black. This is exciting and also terrifying. Of course, did I say that loud? Oh no. Chris, you are on recap duty tonight. And thank you so much for putting the recording together. And without further ado, I'll play that.
Bloody hell. I'm back 5 minutes, covered in acid and blood. And what do I get? A hero's welcome, bloody parade, bunch of medals, and a few months' paid leave to bugger off to a beach somewhere? No, I'll get a bloody to-do list. Oh, Jonathan, everything always goes to shit whenever you're not around. Bloody right it does. Doesn't help that every bloody computer on board's a glorified pocket calculator, programmed by a bunch of monkeys slapping their dicks on a keyboard. Don't you give me any gruff, you pile of poorly coded logic errors. Everyone else might call you Mother, but I'm just going to call you Pain in the Ass, or Peter for short. Got it? Reference not found? Well, I'll just hack in a quick new translation layer. There we go. I should do it right, Peter. Bonza. Good girl. Now, what's first on the list? Voice recognition on the blink. Alright, Peter. Get set up for voice recall training. Now, I've got to give it some samples. Well, let's talk about that Utani shit show. That was something. Bunch of dead bodies, compromised systems. We were just making our way to the command deck when some manifestation of someone's sick nightmare ambushed us in the elevator. Some kind of cross between an alligator and a dildo full of acid, if you ask me. Would have had us dead to rights. Some quick action from the team managed to get it stuck aside the elevator, and it ripped itself to shreds. Not without impact on us, mind you. Bloody acid for blood. Still, could have been a lot worse. What a wonder if whatever sent it was just playing with us. Well, anyways, we found the commander up on the top deck. Poor bastard's completely out of his gourd, raving on about trying to keep something entertained, changing things to make them more fun. We took the poor bastard with us. Couldn't do otherwise, though there was contacts closing in on us. More of the acid dildos. We get back down to the medical deck, rip our way past another of those skittering little mouth suckers, and break for the next elevator. Only to get ambushed again, this time by 2 monsters. That was not an experience I want to repeat. Our unit has been through a hell of a lot. But those things just put us all on the back foot. Luckily, I managed to get a door open, and Boone got a signal out. Dropship ripped us open a lifeline, and we bloody took it. Got out of there a little singed, a little bloodied, but alive. For now. LT sounded pissed. And I'm getting the impression some of the other teams didn't fare so well. Maybe that'll be enough to finally push the old man to get some real answers out of those Wayland Utani bastards. We'll see. Alright, that ought to be enough. Save training data. What's that? Even more complaints about not being understood from the crew? Can't imagine why. They just need to talk proper, like what I do.
Nice. Fantastic. Thank you, Chris. Very, very good. Loved the alien Foley. Very authentic. You drew that from the first movie, is that correct?
Yep, you got it.
Nice. All right. Well, excellent. I think that sums it up nicely. Very, very high octane roller coaster ride we had last week.
I'll say.
But we all lived, which is a little bit of some small miracles there. So here we are, sort of in the aftermath of that. But before we zoom in on our Abudoon and the rest of the Marine squad, we're going to open this episode in Captain Wickers' office, actually. And Wickers is sitting behind his desk doing whatever he does at this time of day. And without knocking or, pressing the doorbell button or anything like that, the door to his office slides open, and in comes Lieutenant DeMarco huffing and puffing. And DeMarco kind of paces back and forth in front of your desk, every so often letting an expletive go from her mouth, sort of punching the air or swatting at nothing, and just kind of mumbles to herself for a while. Paces back. Just fucking bullshit. And she
Marco, what's the meaning of this intrusion? Can't you see I was enjoying a romping good game of pinochle?
She looks at you and just gives you sort of a flustered expression.
What is it, DeMarco? Calm down and tell me what's happened.
Yes, sir. And DeMarco takes the one metal seat across from your desk and plops down. She ruffles up her hair and then looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't know where else to go. I didn't want to rant in front of the others. Everyone's pretty beaten and battered. Sir, it's these Wayland Yutani bastards. They must have known what was going on that station. They sent us into a meat grinder. What? We got used, sir."
Okay, and you think Wayland Yutani is responsible?
It's obvious. They fucked up something on their station, and they sent us to clean it up, and we suffered for it, sir. 18 dead, almost double that wounded.
All right, are you going to make up a report for this, Lieutenant?
Yeah. Listen, sir. Couple of the teams who got back, they got some good stuff. Couple of magnetic tapes and recordings and dossiers of what was going on in that station. I'm going to have my tech boys run it through, try to decipher it, see if we can track down a source, like a research station somewhere.
All right, Lieutenant, sounds like a good idea. Make up a full report and we'll get to the bottom of this together.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And she extends her hand towards you to shake it.
Okay, Wickers shakes it.
Okay. Your grip is firm and calm. You can tell her grip is firm as normal, but it's shaky, right? Like, not like she's scared, but just like she's just come down from a big rant, like she just did. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And she gets up. You'll have my report as soon as possible. I'll get to it right away.
All right, Lieutenant.
And she gives you a salute, and one of those snap salutes where she brings it up and brings her hand away sharply, and she does like a 360 and marches out of your room much calmer than as she entered. And the door closes behind. Yes, 180. You're right. A 360 turn will be right back to Wickers. Sorry.
No, his desk actually faces away from the door. She did 360 because after a salute like that, you have to turn.
No, you do a 360 and you moonwalk out like Michael Jackson.
That's right.
Nice.
That's what she did. It's canon now. Okay, anyways, no, she does a 180, sorry, and walks out of the office and the door shuts. Meanwhile, let's talk about Sergeant Ramos Rav and Red Squad a little bit. Everyone has come away a bit traumatized, maybe a little battered and beaten. And as soon as your dropship comes back to the cargo bay, I'll bet, everyone gets funneled into the med area. As you enter, there's lots of other Marines. A lot of them are suffering from acid burns. That is the most common injury that you see as you shuffle in Not hard to figure out how that happened. There's also quite a few bodies underneath plastic sheets. They will not be leaving the med bay again, except in a body bag. As soon as somebody checks you over, Boone, you actually get put back up onto your feet to start helping out in a medical capacity.
Ain't that just the way?
So, Boone, you can go ahead and clear all of your stress and all of your HP damage.
Wow.
All right.
That's a lot.
It ain't that much.
So yeah, so it's you get checked over first because they see the little cross on your arm or whatever, and they're like, "All right, Corporal, you're good to go." And then the doctor in charge, trying to slash you in the back, gets you up off your gurney and is like, "Okay, I need you to treat Triage Section 3 and then Service Areas 11, 12, 13. Report back to me and tell me what kind of injuries they have and what you need." And then the doctor takes off.
You got it, Doc.
Next person to be looked over is you, Private Lone. And the doctor gives you one over. He bandages up the wound you took to your torso. And after a few minutes and just making sure that, all your vitals normal, DeMarco actually runs into the room, does a sweep for you and says, "Lone, you're with me."
Oh, goody. I mean, hi, sir.
As soon as you're within arm's reach of her, she plunges a big, huge magnetic tape reel into your arms.
What do you want me to do with this?
I need you to listen to this and note down anything pertinent about Weyland-Yutani and any research they were doing.
All right.
The magnetic tape is approximately 12 hours long. I suggest you start listening now.
Fuck me. All right.
And she sort of wheels out and makes sure you're following her. Lone, you may remove all of your stress and heal your HP damage.
Back to the grind, I guess.
Spindell, you're the next one to be looked over. You are suffering slightly. You're looking slightly more wounded than the rest of your squad. So you get a couple of people looking you over. They patch you up. They take off the pieces of armor that might still be bothering you from some of the acid splash and all of that. They check your vitals. You're the only one you're the first one the doctor actually speaks to. How you doing, son?
Not too bad. I've had just about as bad in training exercises, which I would have much rather have been doing than whatever the fuck that was.
Stiff upper lip. I can appreciate it. All right, Private, you got a green bell from me. Take it easy. Get lots of rest. I recommend you head to your bunk right away and sleep. Try to get some sleep.
The Sarge permits it. I'll take you up on that, Doc.
All right, Spindell, you are fully healed and your stress drops to 0.
Thank you.
Rav, you're the next one to be looked over. The doctor looks. Okay. How are you feeling, Sergeant?
Good question, Doc. I don't know. Kind of fucked, but the usual.
It's well, if it means anything to you, Sergeant, your squad's one of the few that made it out with no losses.
Ain't that a fucking miracle?
He kind of sighs in agreement. All right. Most of your injuries are to this one arm here. I would recommend you just take it easy on that side. Try to use your other hand as much as possible for the next couple of days. I think otherwise you'll be okay.
Doc, they spewed acid from their blood.
He nods. Yeah.
We can't fight that shit.
He shrugs. I'm just doing what I've been told. Same as you.
Anyways, you got more important people to look at.
He gazes over at other people who are missing limbs and things like that. Yeah, I do. All right, Sarge, take care.
Yep.
All right, Rav, you may clear your HP damage and reduce your stress to 0. And finally, the doc comes to you, Dune. He starts looking you over, like, grabbing your wrist, check your pulse, looking at your pupils, and he stops when both of those checks obviously go amiss. Right, you're the right, you're not human. Okay, good. Because,
somebody has briefed you on this then. Okay.
And he kind of looks at you exasperated. He's like, well, if they didn't, I figured it out the moment I checked your pulse and realized you didn't have one.
What are you talking about? It's right here. And if you were to check his pulse again, he would be making it feel like it would be going.
Right. He checks again.
It's very fast.
Yeah. Great. Isn't that fucking wonderful? Excellent. I don't know. All right. Are you hurt?
And Dune looks over himself for a second. Being a wild fairy, he would probably have a pretty good not Wolverine healing factor, but I assume he would be able to recover in a shorter amount of time compared to a human. So he was injured when they left the station. He's probably looking perfectly fine right now.
Yeah. You took a bit of a slash to one side.
Yeah.
Even now it's sort of patching itself up. So it looks more like a scar at this point than it did an open wound, and in a couple of hours it'll be gone. So
yeah.
Okay, well, good, because I have no idea how the hell I would treat you.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, actually.
She shrugs. Well, carry on, Private. And the doctor moves along to the next patient. Dune, you may reduce your stress to 0 and heal your HP damage.
Hooray. Dune is still stressed out. He's got a lot on his mind.
But mechanically, you're all better.
Mechanically, yes. Mechanically, I'm not going to scream my head off and alert everybody else in the room.
That's right. Increase your concern meter, but reduce your stress meter.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So
physical stress is low. Psychological damage is lasting.
in one way or another, all of you are sort of dispersed out of the medical bay as more and more teams of injured and dead arrive. Some of you might catch DeMarco roaming through the halls, but she doesn't say much to you other than soldier or good evening or something like that. She doesn't make any of the usual conversations. And if anyone tries to talk to her or stop her in the hallway, she just basically forces her way past. So in one way or the other, you're all sort of dispersed back to wherever you would be most comfortable. Boone, you're up on your feet for the next several hours, helping out with other medical cases. And Lone, you have a nice quiet evening with a magnetic tape reel.
Well, it's good. Note that down. What?
Read it to some dinner first.
I got that times 12.
Spindell, as soon as you're discharged, where would the first place you would go be?
I would wait for the Sarge to be discharged, which was after me, and I'd check in with him. Provided he didn't have any express orders for me, I would go get some bed rest, like the doctor said.
Okay. Well, do you want to have that conversation? Because, Rav gets dismissed 2 minutes after you do. So you probably, see each other in the hallway kind of thing.
All right.
So.
You got the green flag, Sarge?
Yeah. I wasn't too bad off.
Doctor recommended bed rest for me.
No shit, Sherlock. What are you still doing here?
Well, just making sure that's what you wanted us to do. I get the feeling things are going to get busy before too long here, so I wanted to make sure you didn't need anything from me.
No, I'm good. Get your bed rest, and once you've done that, get your shit together and make sure it's in tip-top shape.
Understood, Sarge. You know where to find me if you need anything.
You know it.
Permission to speak freely, quickly?
Yep.
We're going to get those fuckers back, right?
Yep.
Good enough for me. Sweet dreams from here, I guess. And Spindell heads to the bunks. His, specifically.
Yes.
He just sleeps on all the bunks.
Yeah.
They are mine now.
Well, it's a bit of a morbid comment, but
A lot of free ones
there
right
are
now.
some empty ones at the moment. Yes. So. Okay, and then Rav, after your conversation with Spindle, where would you go?
I think the first thing I would try to do is update the lieutenant.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, DeMarco basically hasn't stopped moving. Like she's found a hallway somewhere, and she's going up and down. You know, she checks in on every room. You know, looks around at people, but she doesn't say anything. And so eventually, she does see you, but she kind of just nods at you and tries to like speed past you.
Yep. Since she's busy, I go to the. It's not the cafeteria, whatever the hell it's called. The food area.
The galley or whatever.
Galley. There we go.
Yeah.
Grab a couple of coffees. Bring them back. Okay. Find her and just hang by a wall. And when she passes, I try to hand her a cup of coffee.
Okay. She pauses as she sees and smells the coffee. She takes it from you and nods. Thanks. Still the shittiest coffee in the galaxy.
It's better than the alternative.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You need to stop for a second. Okay. You've been going non-stop, Lieutenant, and well, I'm not supposed to be saying that, so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I feel like I sent you over to die, you know?
Wasn't your fault.
Doesn't
Shit happens all the time. True. Look, are we going back in there? And if we are, we need a plan of action.
Space station? No, we're blowing it to Kingdom Come.
Oh, that, I like that even better.
Yeah. No, we're blowing that place off the map. We've grabbed what we could off of it. I'm hoping one of my tech boys will be able to get something off of it, give us some coordinates to a planet or something. Somebody to strangle.
How much of what happened in there do you already know?
A few scattered reports from those who were coherent enough to talk to me. I haven't heard from you, though. And you and Blue Squad were the most intact coming off of the station.
Blue made it off, too?
She nods.
Did they have any stowaways or any people with them?
She shakes her head. No, a couple of those things got into the cargo bay. They took them out with the turrets and skedaddled into the shuttle.
Good. Glad they followed orders. Well, summarize. There wasn't many people there. They were either dead or had a psychotic break of some sort. We tried to snap a few out of them, but they were hostile, talking about pirates. And, well, we thought that was the worst of our problems. Psychotic people, pirates, whatever. We just gunned them down and deal with it.
Yeah.
It turned from a rescue to a salvage operation extremely quickly. There was somebody on the top deck, the Commander Greaves, I think his name was. Well, he was one of the few that were still alive, and that's when we encountered those things. Well, I think Lone has a nice description of them, so I won't have to repeat that, but they're fast, they're strong, they almost overwhelmed us extremely quickly, and what's even worse is if you shoot them, if they decide it's time to say fuck it and explode, well, you get a face full of acid.
Yeah, a lot of acid burns being treated in the med bay right now.
And quite frankly, whatever Yutani was up to, They knew about this. They knew about something. They found something in space. Some sort of organic item or something. I didn't get much more out of the guy before he kind of succumbed to these creatures himself.
Yeah. It did confirm something for me, though. But those creatures weren't plain favorites. Didn't seem like Greaves had any control over them or something.
No, it seemed like he was trying to pacify them.
Mm. Yeah.
Apparently, they had something under quarantine, something under lock and key, and when the power destroyed the power grid, it got let loose. And that's, I'm assuming, when those xenomorph things sprang out and overran the whole base.
All right. When you're able to, Sergeant, try to get as much of what happened down in writing.
Oh, of course. I figured I'd come to you before I make my report.
Great. I'm going to forward all of those to Captain Wickers.
Anything you want me to keep out?
No. The more we include, the more we'll have to pin Wayland Yutani with.
Right. Well, they're not going to be so happy about one of their research stations no longer being there, but like I care.
Fuck.
I'm just concerned that if they were at the station, who knows where else they are.
Yeah. If they grabbed this thing, it must have come from someplace. I wonder if there's more at the source.
And we need to be ready. We can't fight against acid. We can't fight against something that, even on death, they potentially kill you.
Let's see what we have. But the rest of the MAU is still engaged with the UPP, and it sounds like they're not having a very fun time either.
Yeah.
But maybe we can get some of the big hardware back.
It might be good.
All right. Dismiss, Sergeant. And she points to the coffee cup. Thanks.
Yes, sir. And I go to my bunk.
Okay. And she teeters off down the hall. So.
Man, why is it so dark in this hall? I can't even see myself.
It's faded to black. It's happening again. Ah!
Kirk is below you.
Kirk is below you. All right. So, now we come to the,
I didn't get to pick a thing to do.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I was gonna come back to you because, like I said, I have something special planned.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. I'll be right back to you.
Okay.
But starting with whoever would like to, now we're going to move into the letter portion. So I gave, just to recap that, I gave all of my Marine characters instructions to have, a letter to somebody back home. Doesn't have to be family, it could be friends. Doesn't have to be back home either. It could be someone else who's serving on some other ship. But the idea is that this is like a letter that they're hoping to like sort of beam out to wherever. And that whole system sucks. So it could be years before they get the letter or whatever. But that's sort of the idea. And so I hope all of you have given at least a little bit of thought to who you might want to send that out to. And do I have any volunteers who would like to start?
It won't take as long as sending a letter from the Delta Quadrant to the Alpha Quadrant, though.
That is true. Okay, so Thomas, I heard your voice, so excellent.
I could go.
Yeah.
Are we talking before or after they get in contact with Barclay?
Spindell, so this is sometime after you've come back from Tenebra Station. There is going to be a multi-day gap, like a week and a bit gap between when these letters are, like, when you guys came back and when the next sort of big beat happens. So it doesn't need to be immediate. Could be a couple of days from now.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter too much. But is there anything you want to say in terms of setting the stage?
No, I think just going right to it.
Okay.
I think if I set too much, it'll ruin the end of it, perhaps. So.
Okay. All right, go for it then.
All right. Spindell's letter reads thusly. Hey, Tanya. Hope things are going all right down there on solid ground. How are you and the kids faring? They've been depositing the money in your accounts, haven't they? Things are getting pretty busy around here. We have a new guy in the unit. He's interesting, to say the least. I can't really tell you much about him yet, at least not if I want this letter to make it through the censors. But suffice to say, he seems closest in personality to Lone. Loud, generally off task, but as far as I can tell, he's extremely good at what he does. And admittedly, he's saved a few of us more than once already. We got called off to a Weyland-Yutani research station. It's a nasty bit of business, and truth be told, I don't think we're done with that particular op quite yet. Once all is said and sorted with this, I'm considering requesting leave for a while. Next time we make proper planetfall, at least. This is the first time I've felt like being in the USCMC has lived up to what I thought it meant to be a Marine. I signed up for this expecting to be making a difference, to protect people. And since I made it out of boot, all I've done is protect Weyland-Yutani's interests and shut down colonials for asking for an inch of independence. In the news, there's always some bad faith actor up to something to spread misery and fear, something that's worth shutting down. Yet there I was, making sure Weyland-Yutani's new line of bioweapons or something of that ilk is safe. I just don't know. Ever since Jason's accident, I guess he just had a way of helping me believe that we were doing something worthwhile, or that at least we'd get a chance to eventually. The Big Empty just felt emptier and emptier. But all of a sudden, it's never felt less empty. This mission has shifted the actual job and more in line with what I believe the job should be. If my leave gets accepted, and you'd be okay with it, we can go visit Jason together. He always wanted us to meet in person. Probably not this way, but it'd give me some peace of mind to know that he got that at least. Don't forget to attend some of those support groups at the VA. I know they feel overdramatic at times, but having a solid support group would be good for you right now. Keep your feet planted. Andrew Spindell.
Nice. Thank you, Thomas. That was excellently composed.
We want to give away the surprise.
Ooh.
Very nice.
I can go next.
Thank you.
So this is probably in his quarters
Right.
when he's kind of doing up the report or kind of doing something else over the next couple of days.
Gotcha.
Hey, Ben. Ray. I don't know why I keep doing these letters. They never get sent out, but, well, the LT wants us to do this sometimes, so, yeah, I guess now it's better than ever. Well, I guess if you're reading this, I'm still alive, so there's that, and, sometimes I guess I shouldn't be. Came back from this one op just recently, and holy fuck, it was messed up, man. And, yeah. Oddly enough, my whole team made it out, and I don't know how. Sheer luck, optimism, teamwork, I don't fucking know. Well, still around, and, yeah. We got a new addition to the team. He seems to be working out. But yeah, it's a little bit different than the rest of us. But hopefully that won't stop him from getting to know us, I guess. Anyways, yeah, that mission I just came back from, well, hell, we made it out just by the skin of our teeth. And we're looking to do some payback. I don't know if this payback is the last time that I'm going to be sending one of these messages or not, but I guess just so you know, in one way or another, I was thinking about you, man. And yeah, catch you later, I guess.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Kirk. This is a bad idea, Nathaniel. I'm gonna make myself cry. Lone or Boone? Who would like to go next?
I could go.
Thank you, Boone.
It's just a letter. He'd be writing it.
Yep.
Beth, I know you said it was done, but we both know it ain't. I can't stop caring about you, and that boy is mine too, no matter how far away I am. Look, I know I said a lot last time you saw me, but sometimes I spout a lot of nonsense. I get hot. I say things I don't mean. That don't mean I can take it back, but I wish I could sometimes. I've been spending my time with my brain off this whole time out here. Just feels right to go full robot mode, easygoing stuff. But something happened what woke me up a bit. I don't think you want to know all too much. You deserve not to know the details. But I remember something your sister said last time we visited her. You probably don't have any recollection. It's been years. She told me, it's dark out there. Home is where the lights are on. Now she was right. Ain't no place brighter than down there. This place is a fucking pit, Beth. I miss my son. I hope he's doing wild numbers in his classes. How old is he now? 7? 8? I beg you, tell him my stories. All the crazy fixing I were doing down when I was working at the hospitals near the factories. Let him know what his daddy did to help them hurt folks. And tell Mama to take that goddamn picture off the wall. I kept telling her and she ain't never listened to me. I know that some bitch is still hanging over the stairs. It's a fucking eyesore. Whatever. That's all about what I gotta say to you. Tell Junior his daddy's a space hero.
And in the
Oh,
background,
God.
you hear, "Aww."
Oh. Oh.
No, that wasn't an aw. That was a ooh.
Yeah.
Instead of a laugh track, you have an awe track. Aww.
Yeah, there was some good like one day till retirement phrases in a whole bunch of his letters. I'm just like, oh God.
Red flags, red flags, red
Yeah.
flags.
Red flags.
For sale, red flags. Purchase them now.
Wonderful. All right, Lone. Let's hear your letter.
All right. Lone is in his quarters. He's got his headphones part way on. He's got a track going in one ear. Got the magnetic recordings that DeMarco asked him to listen through. And then he is looking up, and he's got, he's writing something out at the same time. Out of the other, you can hear like some music coming. Clearly, master of multitasking. Probably paying attention to none of them very well. Let's see. What do I want to put in my letter this time? I know these fucking things just get sent straight to Central for sentiment analysis anyways. So the lot of you can just fuck yourselves with a pinata full of TNT. Is that what I did with them last time? That'll do. Let's see. Remind Dr. Hagel I still have those types somewhere. You'll never find them. So he can just keep checking those boxes on my psychoanalysis. Oh, was that something? No, nothing important on the types. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Oh, and Shem, if they're still employing you, good job on the continuing scam. I also have the goods in a locker. It's quite near you. Good luck. Hoping this finds you in terrible health. Yours truly. Love, Lone. How's that done?
Nice. Wonderful. Thank you.
Of course.
I love it. All right.
And rely on good old Lone to make a comedy out of it.
So these guys, who's Ray?
What the fuck is Raven? Yeah.
All right, very good. Okay, Abiodun. You're checked over by the doctor. He goes, and you shuffle off and back into the hallway, and you bump straight into Lieutenant DeMarco.
Oh, perfect.
Holding her coffee cup. This is obviously you wouldn't know about the coffee, so this is either before Rav bumped into her or after, and she drinks really fast. But anyway, she's got like her hands behind her back, and she looks really contemplative, and she goes wide eyes when she says, "What are you doing?"
Actually, I was just gonna look for you.
She nods. Great, I was looking for you. Walk with me.
Sure. I guess you can go first because you're higher rank than me. That's how that works, right? And
Walk
he
with me just
follows.
means walk with me.
He
And she
follows.
starts walking. And she just kind of starts leading you down random hallways, basically. She's just making it as a point of going wherever so that you guys can talk.
Okay.
She leaves you in silence for a moment, and then she just says, "You guys all made it out."
I saved all their lives. And he
Nods.
stops in the middle of a hallway to make a point of it. It doesn't matter what crew I'm on. I'm going to stay on task. Because that's what he would have wanted.
She nods. Yeah.
He
Yeah, you
takes
did
another-
save lives. You did
takes
save
another
lives
step.
today.
and
You did
continues
save
on.
lives today. She starts walking with you. You know, I was the only one of Wickers' lieutenants who didn't think that we should stick you back in that tube. I really thought that you would improve this unit, and I think you've proven that.
Yeah, I improved this unit by making sure that 4 guys didn't die. So ain't nothing that I've seen in there is anything I've seen before. And we'll get to what I need from you in a little bit. We'll talk about this first. This shit's fucked.
She nods. Yeah. Those creatures, they were. Well, what are your take on them? Is there anything that you felt that was different?
It's hard to deal with figuring this stuff out and dealing with all of the, and he rubs his temples a little bit. Like, she's not gonna understand, but he rubs his temples like a little bit just to see if he can alleviate some of the pressure that's in his head from the massive metal surrounding him.
Yes.
Being on this ship and being on that station, awful, and you'll never be able to understand why. It feels like I'm being crushed from the inside out due to the nature of me being me. And, well, I could find more stuff out, potentially, if I could focus on it in a not incredibly life-threatening environment. All of us suits had cameras, right? Or at least audio recording, something.
Yeah. As long as your helmets were intact, they all had cameras, yes?
I need access to any of that.
What are you hoping to find?
Answers, mostly. But I don't know about you, but I could not speak the language, but it's kind of worse when you know that your buddies out in the field are screaming their heads off because monsters are ripping them apart or whatever. It's another thing when to everybody except you, it don't sound like that, and to me it sounded like children. And because my blood was pumping, my adrenaline was going, that kind of thing, I wasn't focusing on whatever they were doing. I was keeping the team alive, so I need the recordings because if I can get back in there, I can translate, I can see what else I can get.
Do you think that they're children?
Do I think they're children? No, I think they're fucked up monsters, but translation, speaking a bunch of different languages doesn't really work all the time. Sometimes you're going to get... sometimes you're going to process it in a way that's not going to make any sense to you. But I don't know. Are they children? Probably. Like, if it's only been like a week that these things have existed on that station, yeah, they're children.
She nods. Aren't you in some ways a monster, too?
Same as anybody else on this boat.
She continues walking with you. Was it more comfortable for you? In space, I mean. Before you got picked up by a ship.
Like... Before... Like... You mean before we got on the ship back here? Or like when I was unconscious and not able to know what was going on before I even got picked up in the first place?
She stops and turns to you. I mean, when you were in the void. Was it more comfortable for you?
What the fuck?
Did you like it better than here?
And dude stops and turns to look. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about you, Abiodun. I'm talking about where you had the most fun. Was it on the station? Was it back in space? Was it with those creatures? Or was it here?
Rav? Are you out here somewhere? You fucking with me?
No, none of them can hear you, Abiodun. No one but me.
You chased me here.
Tell me the truth. What was the most fun for you?
Where did I have the most fun? I bounced the ball for 2 seconds. That was pretty cool. Yeah, okay, you know what? And dude he puts his hands up, walks in a circle. Like, all right, okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I had fun when I stabbed your little guy that was trying to kill Spindel. I had fun making sure my team survived when I took a bathtub full of acid to the chest and got him out of there. That guy was fun. It was fun trying to make sure my squad got to the boat out of here on time. It was fun. Yeah, all of it was fun. All of it was absolutely the most enjoyable thing in the world.
As you continue talking, as you go on about each of those points, DeMarco begins to smile, and her smile keeps growing, like Cheshire Cat style, and the edges of her lips keep going up, further up her face, past the edges of her cheekbones to the sides of her eyes.
You know, DeMarco, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were a monster.
See, you're wrong about one thing, Biodun. I didn't follow you here. I've always been here. Everywhere I am, I'm always there. I am everywhere. And then you wake up.
Christ almighty, holy shit.
The doctor, you're in medbay. The doctor's looking over you. Abiodun, are you all right, Private?
I was fucking asleep?
One moment I was asking you if you were injured. You said no. I told you I didn't know how to treat you, and then you just healed over to the side. Part of your regeneration process or something?
Get a gun on DeMarco right now.
On DeMarco?
Trust me.
Okay. He runs over to a comms terminal and pushes a button. Okay. Does anyone have eyes on Lieutenant DeMarco? Oh, yes. Okay. Lieutenant DeMarco is with Sergeant Rav Abiodun. Rav is giving her his report on the Tenebra Station scenario.
Tell Rev he's dead. Tell
Pardon
Rev
me?
we're all dead. We are all dead. You know what? I don't even know if this is real. And he sits back down on the bed. Okay. You gave me a clear psych eval, but maybe that's not even the case.
He shrugs at you. Where would I even begin? I don't even know. I don't even know what species you are, Private. How would I begin to give you a psych evaluation?
I couldn't even begin to tell you the shit that just even happened to me. So I'm not going to. And he gets up and runs in the direction he assumes DeMarco and Rav are in.
Right. As the door shut, the doctor mumbles to himself, "Great, don't fucking tell me I'm not a psychiatrist." And he walks away. Okay, so you head down the hallway towards where DeMarco. So he mentioned that she's with Rav, so probably the best place to start would be like Rav's office.
Yeah.
Something like that. So
I would check there first.
Yep, and lo and behold, the door is closed, but you do hear two voices inside. So you can put two and two together.
I stand outside and I'm listening with my elf ears.
Yes, what do my elf ears here?
Am I hearing the conversation from earlier?
No, because that was in the hallway. This is Rav going,
okay.
Here. So I'll just do it in character. So all right, Rav, that was quick work. Thank you. You didn't leave anything out of this report, right? I want to nail these Whale and Yutani bastards.
Kirk, you muted?
God, Rav really is dead.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were like doing like a one-sided conversation or if you were wanting me to like interact.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, can we take that from the top?
Yes. Thank you, Sergeant. That was fast. You didn't leave anything out, right? I want to nail these Whale and Yutani bastards.
No, sir. I kept everything in there as instructed.
Great. Thank you. I'll make sure I get this to Wickers right away.
Of course. Anything else?
No. Now we wait. See if Lowen and the other tech boys got anything off of the tapes.
Understood, sir. I'll be in my quarters.
Good. And then the door slides open and she walks out and practically runs into you, I'm imagining, Dune. I don't know how close you are. But she certainly sees you anyways. Oh. Abiodun. It's good to see you back on your feet.
What was the most fun you had out there?
I beg your pardon, Private?
Nothing. I guess I just, look, you're above me in rank. I guess I got to report to you. I don't know what I just did, but I had a nightmare while the doctor was checking me out. Something spoke to me using your voice and your face. And would ask me terrible questions about how much fun that I was having saving your guy's life.
I see.
If you, I don't know what I tapped into there, but what I'm going to need now at some point is access to whatever recordings exist from our suits, because the dream you said that it was a case. Trust me, it's complicated to explain. Believe me, dreams are not just dreams sometimes. But I'm going to need access to those recordings because I could have answers about what the fuck attacked us and what is actually going on.
She nods. Okay, I believe you. You are going to have someone with you, though. Lone or Sergeant Rav or someone. But
Can do.
I can get those for you.
Okay.
Have you had dreams like this before?
It's hard not to have dreams like this all the time. I just don't sleep, is how it usually works.
Right. I forgot. You don't sleep. Right. Sorry. I mean, listen, the psychiatrist who was here, he buggered off weeks ago, but if there's anything else you want to share, I'm sure Sergeant Rav or I would be more than willing to listen.
Just don't smile that big again and we'll be okay. And he gives her the most serious, like, look, dead eyes in the world, like, you do that again.
Right.
Like, I'm coming for you.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean, but
Excellent. You get
I'm
a
not
pass.
I'm not feeling very smiley right now.
I guess that the command is dismissed, Lieutenant. I don't know how this works. You're still above me in rank, but I that's all I got for you.
She nods. Yeah, you're dismissed.
Okay. It pops into Rev's office real quick. Rev, we're gonna need to look at footage at some point. It doesn't have to be right now, but we'll talk later.
Check. Oh yeah, I'm still on mic. Yeah, that's fine, Dune.
Okay. And Dune goes to the gym in order to distract himself.
Right. What do you do in the gym?
Looks at a smartphone.
He is he's just on the treadmill. He's just running as fast as the treadmill can do. He's not breaking a sweat, but he's running as fast as the treadmill can do.
Okay.
He's thinking.
You can like hear the
running.
motors going. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's bad.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Well, on that note, I know it's a bit earlier than normal, but this just seems like a natural break before we move into the next beat of the story. So it is 10 to 9. So let's take our break here. We'll be back 9 p.m. 9:05. So,
Okay.
Yep. We'll see you then.
So that we can watch the court-martialing of Dune.
Yay! I love that movie.
Going from being enlisted to court-martialing in under 12 minutes? He's only been
I've
up
been
for
awake.
15 minutes.
I've been awake
ago.
for 10 minutes.
I've been away for 30 seconds.
That's right. He woke up and then he used his teleportation abilities to teleport right onto the stand.
I woke up 2 minutes ago.
In this case, he did wake up not that long ago, but
Yes, that's true. I woke up 2 minutes ago and your mouth was big. We're going on break. See you in a bit.
All right, and we are back. So here we are. So Dune's just had a bit of a scare. Reader beware.
A bit.
And Dune, you eventually get directed towards Lone, who has, like I said, been handed a lot of the recording stuff. By provision of the fact that he's like the only, well, I guess the comtech from Blue Squad is also up on his feet. He's one of the few comtech that are like up on his feet. He's been handed a lot more work than he might have otherwise gotten. So just to give you guys,
It's just always the Broadway way, right?
just to give you a little bit of a sense of like how bad Wickers Warriors has been struck. It took a lot for any of you to get like a lot of details out of people, and some of you would know at this point and some of you wouldn't. But basically the other half of your platoon, like green and yellow squad that went to the lower section of the station, they got completely wiped out.
Not surprised.
No. Green and yellow, the people we never knew.
Well, the problem was this green wasn't a very creative color, so that was their fault.
That'll do it.
Yes. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so the other half of the platoon was commanded by Sergeant Pedro Luna. They got completely, there wasn't a single survivor.
No, Pedro!
Blue Squad bugged out the moment the Xenos entered the cargo bay that they were holding down.
Coward.
They got back in the shuttle and left. That's why, as you approached
they were
it,
yellow.
it was like in
Oh, this is
decompression
blue
mode
team.
because they had just left the doors open.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised.
what we've learned is in the future always volunteer to be on the squad that takes the cargo bay.
Always lock the door behind you and don't forget your keys.
Mm.
Well, that's what Lone kept trying to do. It's like, no, I'll hold this door. You guys
Yeah.
go on ahead.
I left something cooking at home. So
Oh, I just remember I left the space stove on. You guys go on ahead.
Gotta go back to Space Oz to get it.
so anyway, so like just to give you a sense of that, like so half of
I
the
shrimp
platoon
on
is
the
gone.
space bar.
There was 22 people in first platoon. There are now 13.
It's
so-
only a 45% drop. That's okay.
and other teams were hit in similar ways. Some squads lost half their personnel. Others like they all made it out, but they were all like grievously wounded and stuff like that. So everyone's sort of licking their wounds at the moment. So that's why everyone who is able, aka Red and Blue, are like now taking on the work of like 6 or 7 people.
Yeah.
Already overworked, now a double overworked.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone's kind of and none of you would get a straight answer out of like that. Each of you have heard a little bit from this person or that person in terms of what kind of losses we took. Right? 'Cause it's better for morale if someone doesn't go, oh yeah, we lost 50 people, and yeah, everyone's like, yeah.
I mean, I feel like Boone, being in the position he's in, probably
Yeah.
has
Oh,
a
that's
pretty
what I'm saying,
accurate
Boone.
guess.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Christian, like Boone probably has like, oh yeah, okay, like he's seen
Got
how many
frontline
people,
knowledge of
he's seen
all
how many
the blood.
people under tarps and how many people have lost legs and things like that.
Yep.
So he has a very visceral idea of that. Everyone else has gotten bits and pieces. Rav would also have a clear idea because DeMarco probably would have confided in him about the other half and so on and so forth. Everyone else has had bits and pieces.
Now, I thought what I saw was nasty.
Yeah.
This is nasty.
So
There's suddenly a
So-
lot more seating in the calf.
Oh,
that's right. Aww.
Ooh.
Everyone can have.
Let's see here, computer logs.
Yay, double
KIA,
laughter.
KIA, KIA.
Incidentally, everyone can have 4 lockers.
oh.
Finally.
I get one locker.
Sorry, they're made of metal.
No.
Locker, I don't even know them.
Yeah,
You
we're on double rations. Hooray!
Yeah.
Just triple
right.
because Dune can give you his.
That Dune fella's all right.
All right. I like him and then I don't like him and then I like him again.
It's a confusing relationship, okay?
Depends on whether he's currently handing me the cornbread.
Yeah, she don't like the cornbread neither. Anyway, so Dune, you're in the server room with Lone. And he's going through the reams and reams of magnetic tape that he was ordered to. So, but anyways, people have pointed you like, okay, you want to go look at the cam footage from the suits, go talk to Lone. So you're currently sort of at the door of the server room. You know Lone is in there because you can hear him sort of mumbling to himself as he's, I'm sure studiously taking notes on the.
Just
the things
see
they're
him
saying.
banging his head. He's got two different sets of headphones on.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
behind
he's
this.
got them
He's going,
crossed. Yeah, like a real production guy.
Oh,
Right,
no.
got two different sets going. So one ear he's holding close. He's going, and the other hears this every now and then. He kind of like pulls it a little tighter. Guy, more screaming. Very helpful.
Nothing, screaming, nothing.
Tasty fish.
So, yeah. So exactly. So that's what you're seeing Lone doing as you walk in the room.
I
He
might.
looks he looks around just trying to get like a scope of everything that's going on in here.
Yeah.
My
Place
God,
is a mess.
you guys really need to digitize this entire place.
What's that?
Oh,
Somebody
yeah,
in
you
here?
don't- Oh, you
Hi,
don't.
mate.
You don't do that.
What's up?
I need. He's got two headphones on. Damn it. I need to go through some footage.
Yeah? How much footage?
I guess technically one suit's worth on our team. For look, I got a theory.
All right. Of course, I'm always ready to hear a theory. Take a seat.
Dune parks it down on like the corner of like a nearby table, precariously like perched on the edge with all of the other crap that's probably strewn all over the place with boxes and whatever else. Finds a little corner just to park it on. I didn't realize it. I didn't think about it when, we were getting chased by bloodthirsty, murderous monsters. But when we were in the elevator, before I took that one away and saved you guys' life, they were laughing. So I don't know what I missed. And I wonder if I can listen back to it all. I can figure out maybe a little bit more what's going on. But I'm the only one that can do it. So I guess you just got to give me the footage and I can do it.
Well,
So you don't got to do a thing. You just got to get me a footage.
fortunately, I have to sign off on the whole thing, so we'll just do it together. It's not like I was planning on going to sleep in the next 36 hours. Yeah. Right. I'll put it on the big monitor. It's not a very big monitor. They're all still CRTs. Put it on the big monitor over there, and I'll get the feed into the room. And you hear a couple of big nasty speakers up in the corners sort of fire up, get a little static going over them.
Dune's
And,
hair stands up a little bit.
And let's see here. Okay. It is Colin Rav's footage. He was the best at keeping steady cam. I'll take it from. You need it all the way from the beginning, or just when we started encountering the big nasties?
There was nothing. I mean, we could listen to when the little nasties first happened, see if anything's there. Then we can go to the big nasties and just follow it from there. It's going to be brutal, but
Oh, I've
be
already
alright.
been through it, and I didn't hear any laughter. But you know what? I have to admit, I wasn't listening to it as closely as I might have been. So let's
That's-
give it another try.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, let's give it another try here.
So we start scrubbing
we-
footage.
That's right. Start doing the playback from
Do you
when
have- do you have
Rav
that
is first
ready?
capturing Spindel.
Is that a mini game that we have that we can put on the screen? Like, you know how you do puzzles? I want to scrub to the right part of the footage.
No.
Like in her
Do a
story or
little,
whatever.
do a little
Yeah,
warrior
I'm
wear
playing.
kind
I'm
of
playing
thing.
Immortality right now, and it's the
Yeah.
same thing, scrubbing through footage. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I want a little WarioWare mini game here where you have to try and get it just right into the little thing. Oh, 5 seconds are done. Sorry.
Mm.
Next game.
Damn.
So,
Right, so
What do we see? on
back to
footage?
you, Nathaniel.
yeah. So the screen in like Chris said is like choppy. It's all CRT stuff. The cameras are as cheap as possible because they got to strap them on, expendable Marine shoulders. Did I say that? They got to strap them on the Marine helmets and all of that. So if any, I know all of us have seen Aliens at least once. Remember, it was sort of blurry and choppy and all of that. So it's like watching an old, recorded movie off the the TV or whatever.
The audio's the important part. So how does that sound?
So
That's some significant tape hiss.
You're hearing you can hear like the
a bit of wow and flutter in there.
Whose camera are you watching, Rav's?
We're watching Rav's.
Yeah. So you can hear Rav breathing every so often. You catch snippets of him giving orders to the team as they go about and so on. Where are we at? We're at the Little Nasties?
Yeah,
we're at the Little Nasties.
Okay.
Is that what they're
so
called?
The one
now?
that would have jumped on Spindel.
The face huggers, yeah. I like the little.
Oh no, the Little Nasties.
The Little Nasties. They don't seem to make any sound at all. You're not hearing anything from them.
Am I hearing anything in the distance?
You hear
that's not
like fleshy, you hear like fleshy sounds and stuff like that. You can't hear in the distance, right? You can only get whatever got picked up by the receiver. Unfortunately, the receivers were not supernatural like you. So even though you were able to catch some like distant skittering, the sort of weird fleshy, sucky sounds of this creature around Spindel is really all you're getting. So you scrum forward a little bit more. To the point.
Anything in there? Anything stand out to you? Any laughter?
No, nothing.
All right. Well,
we can go forward till we get in the elevator, I guess, or just about with the elevator. Maybe they can pick something up from a little bit before that too.
Works for me. Let's fast forward right to it. All right, this is ours.
Yep.
There we go. All right. Here we go. We're just about to step on the elevator.
Right,
Quality skills are amazing.
You get into the elevator. You hear it shut. Again, you can hear the team talking and about what's going to happen. And then you hear like the elevator. You hear as the elevator rocks side to side.
All our quality banter.
You hear the hissing of the creature and the bending of metal, and it goes by really fast. But you feel like you heard like mumbling.
Oh, there.
You heard something? All right. Let's stop. Back it up. So this is on the audio channels, right? Did you hear more from left or right or what?
We're gonna have to play it a couple times. Just boost it and see what we get.
All right.
Do a little slow.
All right. I'm gonna bring it up 200%. Let's give it another go.
Enhance. Okay, so you slow it down a little bit. You start playing it again. People get in the elevators. You can hear the team talking. The elevator starts moving. It shakes. You hear the hiss. Then
Hold on.
You heard something. It was still really fast, even on half speed.
We need to get this as slow as we could possibly get it, and we're gonna do it after we get in, and we're just gonna let it go.
All right, let's do it. Go back, get the timestamp set here. All right, let's bring it down. Bring it down all the way. I think we can do 1/18.
Oh, we'll see if this works. Okay, let's go.
All right, and play.
Okay, it's abysmally slow, and it's taking like each motion, each breath, each syllable you get on the elevator. The doors shut. It starts moving. There's a shake and a shake and a crash and a crash. And
it's you. Oh man, I was hoping for task. Oh well, you're probably good for something. Maybe. I guess I could play with you for a bit. And then I can show that I'd be a better friend than you. I mean, especially once you're in all so many pieces. Yeah, Task will want to play with me. This is actually going to work out just right. But you're going to laugh at this. I was certain that you'd already figured this out when I sent you the ball, you know? You're so stupid. Oh, Task is going to love this. I'm going to capture this all.
Holy shit, he knows what Task is. Holy shit, Task's alive.
Task?
Holy shit, okay, everybody else could be alive. Okay, holy shit. Dune gets up and paces a little bit.
I don't know what you're going on about, Mike, but I'm glad if you're talking about your friends, they're all okay. I mean,
don't know.
one of them's okay? Or what are you hearing from them?
I don't know exactly what I was hearing from.
Well, because it sounded to me kind of like, I don't know, some sort of kid, maybe. It seemed like he was having a good time. Yeah, 69. Right? And the smile keeps stretching.
Mm.
You remember, right? You're not that stupid, are you?
God damn it. Look, you did it the one time. I didn't know you were going to... Look, that... Okay, you fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is that the expression? Some of these Earth expressions are really weird. All right, well... All right, that's twice. If you're going to kill me, do it.
Kill you? Okay. And you wake up. Back to you, Nathaniel.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Now you understand why we took our break a little early. had to chat.
Man, I saw Richard sweating there for a second. Chris goes, "Kill you." Okay. And Richard goes,
And fade to black.
Fade to black. We did it, guys. Richard. You dude, you wake up with Rav's footage going by, and Lone is like doing like snapping in front of your face, like waving.
Mike, hello.
Doing this over your face. Yeah.
Whoa. I want to switch to decaf. What's up? You just went... Whoosh.
Okay, they did that to me twice. I should expect it the third time. Fuck. Okay. All right.
Did what to you? Maybe there's something... Maybe... I don't know. If I have a problem with TV?
No. I'm more sensitive to stuff, and it's been all day today.
Well, that's certainly true.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, we went back through that footage 118. It was boring as fuck, but I didn't hear any kids. Or laughter. Or... nothing but the type hiss and... us talking real slow.
Well, whatever that was, whoever that was, whatever these are, I know what my friends are. Or at least one of them. I don't know if we got to go back.
I don't think there's going to be much to go back to anytime soon. I think they're planning to blow the whole place to Kingdom Come.
Oh, fuck. We might have to go back.
DeMarco comes to the front of the server room and kind of taps on the frame. You guys are kind of buried in amongst server racks, right? So she doesn't know who's in here. She just assumes Lone. So, Lone, how's the coming?
Oh, just amazing, you know? It's just every day is a delight, and this one is one of the most. Dude and I were just enjoying the opportunity to really come hands-on with this footage. It was even better living through it a second time.
Oh, Beardune found you. Good. Did you guys find anything on it?
There was some screaming and some blood. Acid for blood, in fact.
Thank you, Private Lone. I was more interested in whether Dune picked up anything, though.
I don't know if we have to go back, but something in there knows where my friends are, or at least
Go
more about this
back
than
where?
I do. What do you
Go
mean
back
go
where?
back?
You mean to Tenebrae Station?
Yeah.
She
Wouldn't be my first choice.
pauses for a second. Dune, we nuked it.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
That's what being in the military is good for. Sorry, mate. If any of your friends or whatever were on it, I'm sure they're not on it. Well, not anymore. One way or the other.
Well, I can watch his footage all night. I got nothing else going on. Can I squeeze anything else out of this? Let's see. Let's go to let's go to the end when we were leaving and see if there's anything there.
All right. And Lone dials it in. And I guess we keep doing this until one of us loses sanity or falls asleep.
Or both.
DeMarco walks away down a hallway, and when she's away from the server room, she touches comms and goes, DeMarco to Sergeant Rav?
Rav here.
I'm really worried about Private Abu, Dune. It's really shaken up about something. I think Boone's probably pretty busy, but could you get Spindell to, like, I don't know, stay with him to tonight and the rest of tomorrow? Make sure he doesn't do the fairy equivalent of cutting his wrists or something.
Yes, sir. We'll take care of it.
Thank you. Alright. And she wanders away. And we fade on
Till the
Lone
very
and-
next day.
and we fade on Lone and Dune watching the footage until the early AMs. So, alright, Dune, the bad news first. Your stress increases by 2,
Yep.
and for the rest of the campaign, there is no way to decrease it.
Oh, perfect.
The good
Makes
news.
sense.
The supernatural encounters you have had in the last few hours has helped revitalize some of your fairy senses. From now on, you can make observation rolls to compass pinpoint where magical entities are coming from.
Ooh.
Okay.
Your senses, the overall clarity of that roll and sense will depend on what you're surrounded by and what's around you and how much time you have to focus on it. But you have been shaken. You've been shaken more awake than I have a bad feeling about this or a shiver down my spine. So.
A minute to win it.
I'll give you the good and the bad there. Shaken but not stirred, yeah. Marines, the good news and the bad news for all of you.
Yay.
Well, depending on how you want to take it.
You gotta go home, right?
Good news. Wickers gave the order to blow Tenebrae Station to Kingdom Come.
Yep.
And wiped the station off the map. More good-ish news. Some of the what do you call it? People who look after weapons and armor and stuff.
Your gunnery, sorry.
Quartermaster?
Quartermasters, thank you. The quartermasters have been working on some armor-resistant variants of the standard armor
Armor resistant or acid resistant?
Oh, I love
sorry.
armor resistant
I love
armor.
armor resistant armor.
It's the best kind. But I'll settle for acid resistant.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
We can now
Acid-
tackle armored targets with impunity.
What it does is
Oh.
take the bullets that they shoot at you and turns it into more armor.
Nathaniel,
that's
don't have any
actually-
69 dreams.
Nice, dude.
Amazing.
Acid resistant armor. The quartermasters have been working on acid resistant armor. Obviously, it needs field testing.
I
But
wonder who gets that job.
they're pretty confident that it should stand up better to the acid these creatures throw out.
You know what?
Nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So I still want armor resistant armor. Some more good / bad news. Unfortunately, the rest of the video does not reveal anything other than these creatures are creepy, fast, and hit hard. Dune doesn't gather any more info from them. However,
They probably snort crack.
Lone does manage to get, and Lone as well as some other context, managed to piece together enough to get some semblance of where they first acquired some of this substance. And apparently, the bulk of it was sent to a research complex on a planet not too far away.
Of course, we're going to a planet now.
Yeah. It is about a 6-week jump. So Wickers has ordered everyone to head back into cryo sleep. And we'll open the freezers again when we're closer.
Even me?
Even you. Yep.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Actually, you know
she-
what? I don't
Yeah.
know if I want to go back in a tube. Because the last time I went into a tube, bad things happened.
Well, let's have that in character then. So DeMarco has gathered the members of her platoon, which is the 5 of you plus Blue Squad, and the dropship pilots as well, and just said, "All right, gang. I got some good news, squad. We've found a lead. We have the coordinates for a planet only 6 weeks from here. It seems like more of this stuff got shipped to this facility. It's another Wayland Utanity research facility. It's apparently got a standing garrison from the United States Colonial Marine Corps, so it should be easy to approach. We're sending a long-range broadcast to them even now, letting them know of our intention, and hopefully giving them a stand-down order. Hopefully they obey that. If not, we are ready to act. It's a long trip, though, and we've been through a lot. I would like all of you to return to cryo sleep. I'll pop you back open 3 days before we're there for full briefings."
Yeah, even me?
She looks at Dune. "Yeah, even you, Private."
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
What's the bad news, Lieutenant?
She shrugs. "The bad news, I guess, Sergeant, is that this facility has more of this stuff. So we have no idea what we're going to find there. For all we know, the Wayland Yutani fuckers on the planet have dealt with it just as well as the ones on the station."
Yeah. And we have half the people we had going in there.
She nods. "This time, though, we should have air support. There's no reason why the Cheyenne dropships can't do flybys."
Lieutenant, might I request something for myself?
She looks at you, waiting for you to say.
I don't want to go back in a pod. I think you can understand that. But
She purses her lips.
we got 6 weeks. Right? 6?
She nods.
I could learn how to use a rifle between now and then.
I thought you didn't use guns.
They know what my friends are. This is not just whatever you got going any moment of this could be a rescue mission. I don't want to use it, but I got to do what I got to do. I was a warrior once. I got to be again if I got to.
She looks at Rav. Just kind of waiting for, a facial expression or something.
Lieutenant, how solid is this intel?
It's as solid as we're going to get.
Are we there to recover anything or to just destroy what the hell this thing is?
The latter.
Then why don't we just nuke the fucker from space?
She shakes her head. Like I said, the planet has a US CMC garrison on planet. I'm not nuking our own.
For sakes. You know they're already dead.
No, we don't know that, Sergeant.
If they fire on us, we could just nuke them anyway, right? That just solves the problem. But we don't know what we're missing down there too.
If it's anything like what was in that station, everyone's either dead or lost their mind.
We don't know what else we could find down there, though.
Then we'll get an aerial reconnaissance to confirm that before we start firing nukes at the planet.
Understood.
Okay. In the meantime, she looks back at Dune. Okay. Fine. But no full auto, no grenades. You only practice with the rifle under full supervision from a lieutenant or a sergeant. Understood?
You guys gonna be on Frozen with me?
We'll take turns.
Bet. And Dune puts his hand out.
Okay. She shakes it. But Dune, you might want to sleep sometimes. Hyperspace is kind of scary. In ways it's hard to explain. You probably don't want to be awake all the time.
We'll see. If it's anything like what I've been seeing, another one's going to come sometime.
Bindel leans over and just says quietly in Dune's ear, I know you've been hearing these things. If there's anywhere they can't get you, it's going to be cryo sleep. Just keep that in mind. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. And she just kind of stares at you for a moment longer and looks back at the platoon. Do what you need to prep. Pack up what you need. Write down what you need. Smoke your last cigarette, whatever. And let's get this done. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
And she 180s and leaves.
Hey, you did it.
There we go. Yay! she 360s twice. She dunks a ball.
There you go.
He 640s.
Does a coffee grinder backflip. Done.
920 no scope. Easy.
All right.
Dude, DeMarco's rad.
Hey,
Gotta have a cool
right.
lady character in your Alien campaign.
that's right. Right? That's why it's not really, it's not really an alien campaign.
We haven't met the superiors who were supposed to shit on yet.
Why does Nathaniel get to play the cool lady character?
It's on the 4th page of the book. It's contractually obligated that if you're using this module, your campaign must have a cool lady character under
That's right.
Who
punishment
survives
of
to the
death.
end.
Wait,
That's
but
right,
if
if I-
you're not the cool lady and I'm not the cool lady,
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
And who's
The
driving?
cool
the
lady
plane?
was the alien queen all along.
Ooh, what's
There you
phone?
go.
All right, so we will fast forward towards the end of the cryosleep period,
Oh, whoa.
and everyone has been woken up and gathered into the hangar bay because it's like sort of the largest area where everyone can gather. Lots of people who were down on their ass are back up, ready to get back into the action. Lots are still under plastic sheets or have lost too many limbs to stand. They are out, but everyone
Nice.
else who can fight is going to. And Wickers stands in front of the group and addresses them. And thanks to Bob for pre-recording this, because he wasn't able to stay this long into the session. So, Bob, I will play this.
Well done, Marines. You've shown a great deal of courage and fortitude, and I salute each and every one of you. I'm personally going to recommend a citation for each of you. But as you all know, our mission is not complete. We need to find answers, even if we have to shake up Weyland-Yutani. I wish you all Godspeed, and keep our company motto in mind. We get the job done or die trying.
So far, we all get a feel for Nathaniel Nathaniel how the squad command mechanics works, right?
Probably not that die
We're
trying.
gonna do XCOM next. This is it.
I've never liked that bit.
After Wickers speaks,
Get the job done or what? Oh, uh-oh.
And DeMarco steps forward as do the other lieutenants and calls for their respective platoons to meet them in their respective briefing rooms. And everyone starts shuffling in various directions.
Shuffle, shuffle.
I was about to say shuffle, shuffle.
Once DeMarco has all of you seated, or standing, however you want to be in the briefing room, she nods to everyone and says, "Okay, this is the sit rep. We're about 2.5 days now from the planet. We've been sending out regular contacts to the planet. We haven't gotten anything back. We can't presume anything about the station other than they're not communicating with us. This is what's going to happen. We're gonna do a flyby. We're not going to land anyone until we're absolutely certain of what's happening on that station. We stock up, try out this new armor-resistant." Oh my god, I said it again. We stock up.
You got in your own head about it.
I got in my own head about it. I was like practicing the line mentally, like acid resistant, armor resistant. Fuck. We try out this new acid-resistant armor. We load up the APC. We get the dropship completely stocked with every fucking missile we can load it with. We do a flyby of the station. If they're home, we land. We shake them up. We demand that they hand over their research bullshit. We destroy it. If they don't respond, we blow the place to Kingdom Come. Now, assuming that we're able to get in, Weyland-Yutani's probably not going to give over this stuff willingly. That's where we come in. We show them the fully armed APC. We show them our loaded guns and our grenade launchers. Hopefully, then they yield. Otherwise, under Captain Wickers' orders, you have my permission to fire upon Weyland-Yutani employees if they do not surrender to you.
Understood, sir.
Now we're talking.
The Marine garrison on the planet should yield as soon as they see our icons, but if they don't, try to subdue them. I'd rather not see their blood on our hands. But if they leave us no choice, they leave us no choice. Understood?
Yes. Does that also apply for if they're in the same state as those security guards?
She nods. Yeah, from your report, Sergeant, it seems like we can snap them out, but we might not have time. This station is more prepared. We're close enough to the UP border that there's AA defenses and turrets set up. If they've gone haywire, there's a lot more they can do than just scream pirates at us in a cargo bay. Alright, we do this by the book. The platoons are going to spread out, cover the areas around the station, then do a pass over the station. We'll do a short-range communication. If they don't respond, we land in guns blazing. Assume hostile. If they do respond, we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Alright, I don't have anything else really to say. Grab your gear. Check each other's buckles and ammo count, and load up on the APC. You're dismissed. Let's go.
Nathaniel, does Doom
Yes.
get a rifle? And if so, which one? Because I got the book open and I want to get it onto my sheet.
You got the crappiest rifle ever.
Yeah, you got the harpoon gun. No, I was kidding. It's the what is it? It's the M41A pulse rifle. Yeah. So you have that, but you do not have the grenade launcher option, and the gun can go full auto, but Lieutenant DeMarco has asked you not to. You are not authorized to shoot other than in burst fire. So.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna find it in the book.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I can give you the stats pretty quickly. So the bonus is 1, damage is 2, range is lawn. Bonus 1, damage 2, range lawn, and it's range combat. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
By the way, I'm assuming everyone's done this already, but all of your armor that got damaged on Technopress Station has been replaced. So you can reset your armor value to 6.
Hooray.
You've gotten more ammo magazines. All your guns are fully loaded. You have 2 extra clips for any weapon that you might be carrying, whether that's your pistol, your main weapon, or whatever. If you use your med kit, which I think was just Rav, you've gotten a new med kit.
Cool.
To replace that one, so you're as fully stocked as you can be. You still got your lamp, you got your camera thing going, all of that. Let's talk a little bit about the mechanics of the acid resistance. The first time you are sprayed with acid, you may ignore it completely. After that, the regular rules apply, but every success that you get on your armor roll will ignore 2 points of damage from an acid splash instead of 1.
Ooh.
You'll still have
the armor will still degrade.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So first time you're splashed, nothing happens. After that, your armor will still degrade, but you can use it to block 2 points of acid per point of armor.
But okay, so when our armor degrades, is it based on the amount of successes we rolled, or is it based on the amount of damage we took?
The amount of successes you rolled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay, great.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Grenades?
Yes, if your gun it has a grenade launcher attachment, you are authorized to use grenades in this operation.
I don't have one of those, but I'll feel better knowing that other people have them.
Yeah. So
Grenades for D's.
I appear to have a weapon that just says grenade launcher. I'm assuming that's the one attached to the pulse rifle.
That's the one attached to the pulse rifle, yes.
All right.
Gotcha.
So just talking about the grenade launcher a little bit, you'll notice that it has damage 9. It also has a blast. So the spot that you target takes the full damage, and then it splash damages out from that. So everything within like a zone of the explosion takes 1 damage. So, yeah. So, but you have your grenades. However, you do not carry any like rearmament grenades. So if you get a panic while firing the grenade launcher, you are out of grenades.
Oh no.
So there's no way to reload the grenade launcher.
So use them first, use bullets later. Gotcha.
I'm unarmed. I grenade him.
Now you're unarmed, bitch.
Yeah. Quick, all the grenades.
Unlegged and untorsoed.
For those of you who aren't super familiar with the grenade launcher, the underslung grenade launchers on the pulse rifle of the movie, they're pump action. So they fire from the pump motion like on a shotgun.
Oh, you know I love a good pump action, baby.
So
it's not a very safe system, I will say.
It's not. It's not. Please keep your weapons away from your friends on the APC.
What?
Especially if you have a habit of pumping a shotgun, which you shouldn't do anyway.
What?
I'm locked.
What are you talking about?
Blow a hole in the APC with the grenade.
All right, everybody, locking. Oh boy.
Oh shit.
There's a reason why Nathaniel didn't give Dune a shotgun.
Yeah. Or a grenade launcher.
Or a grenade launcher.
All right, so there's a little.
Why didn't we give Dune a shotgun? That would be a much better weapon.
That and teleport behind him and go, nothing personnel, kid.
Blam.
The main reason is because the shotgun can't load armor piercing rounds.
That's a good reason.
That's a good reason.
Yeah.
But they already do contain elf-piercing rounds.
So there's a little montage of the two squads strapping up. You get the slap of the armor and doing. I moved away from the mic. No one could hear me. They slapped the armor together and did the buckles up, and you get your helmet on and you gear up and you pump the grenade. No, I'm just kidding.
Then we shake it all about.
Banging them against our helmets.
That's right. Yeah. There's a little interference on your camera. There you go. Fixed.
Do we
so
have
everyone-
the close-ups like in Batman and Robin?
Yeah. I will let you fill that in your mind.
What?
The butt cam.
Why
and
do
the
these
nipple
new
cam.
plates have nipples on them?
For some reason,
Acid resistance.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a dude sitting at a table playing five-finger fillet. Nobody even cares.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's where the acid resistance comes in. Is the acid hits the nipple part and then like sprays outwards instead of inwards.
I don't need to know the
perfect.
technical details.
That's right.
Well,
yeah.
now you do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Leave that to the quartermasters.
Sucks to suck sometimes.
So everyone loads onto the APC. The APC closes. The driver drives it up into the dropship. The dropship closes, and the hangars start open. There's a huge sweeping cinematic as the three dropships in the hangar bay all detach from their rails and descend toward the planet in unison and fly out from the spaceship very loudly, of course, because, there's a sound in space. Space is very loud, as we know. And the dropships begin careening towards the planet and entering the atmosphere. And, of course, the APC shakes around like no tomorrow. So just to paint the scene of who's on board here. So there's the 5 of you. There's Blue Squad, which is an additional 4 people. Lieutenant DeMarco. Her second in command, who is Staff Sergeant Reiser, Staff Sergeant Jennifer Reiser. And then, so they're in the APC, so there's 11 people in the APC, 10 people in passenger seats, and then Reiser's driving. And then there would be the 2 people who would be the dropship crew. So they're not in the APC, but they're in the dropship proper. 1 pilot and 1 deck chief. Both of them would be in the cockpit right now during a descent, of course. So the deck chief would be on an engineering panel or something like that. So, doing the proper is his name in the alphabet. And you of course can't see anything. The APC has no windows, and even if it did, you would just see the inside of the dropship. But you can feel every shake, every emotion. Boy, it's a good thing they give the Marines lots and lots of training in these drops because it is sickening. Luckily, all of you are able to keep your lunches together. Luckily, Dune didn't have lunch, so that's okay. And you finally managed to get past the atmosphere, and the dropship goes from express elevator to hell into a relatively more gentle flight. You can tell now the craft is moving forward at still very fast speed, but eventually you acclimatize to it. It feels more like a clunky helicopter ride rather than a terrifying drop tower. Well, not terrifying for you anymore, of course. You've been on lots of drops, but we are echoes in there. Hoorah! Nah, nice. DeMarco, who was sitting next to Reiser with an info panel, she's got. If you remember the movie Aliens, there's a little terminal with everybody's camera feeds up.
Mm-hmm.
So it showed them the camera feed, their vitals and their name, and so she's just checking all the cameras. She checks dunes, rafts, booms, etc. All right, all the cameras look good. Okay. Bring us in for the flyby. How we doing? You hear static back in the APC. Looking good so far, Lieutenant. We've sent a couple of short-range communications to the base. Nothing yet. What was that? Oh, sorry about that. Little turbulence. There seems to be some kind of windstorm kicking up. We're gonna have to go under it. Otherwise, we're gonna get thrown all over the place. And I know there's no seatbelts in the APC, Lieutenant. Just hold on for a second. There's another sudden drop, and then it goes forward again. She's in like a wheelie chair. The chair is fixed to the ground, but she can wheel back so she can see everyone else. And she kind of gives like a sort of like as much of a smile as you've ever seen her give, which is sort of like a half smirk. Everybody holding in? She just kind of tries to make eye contact with everybody.
How's Dune feeling?
Okay, dude, what a great question, Richard. I'm glad you asked.
Not stirred.
You are feeling not great. You are in a very tight metal box, surrounded by a very tight metal box.
Mm-hmm.
That is shaking and jostling. Things are, falling. People are having to keep pushing things back onto shelves and stuff like that. Holding onto like metal handrails. Everything's metal. So I would imagine like you can't even like rest your like arms on like the like rests, like the armrests, because they're just like cold metal poles basically. So that's not great.
Nope.
And I would like you to roll observation, please.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Oh no, he's already got stress.
Yay.
Okay.
No screaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
This
do
is
already have stress.
This is a magic sense observation. The discomfort of the metal as the dropship continues flying forward underneath the storm. You can hear kind of the storm because the wind does shake the ship a little bit, even though the dropship's avoided the bulk of it. As the dropship continues passing under this storm, you like get like let's just be honest, like a spider sense like whoosh, across, like way stronger than you had on the station, where it was just like a shake. Your head suddenly, like instinctively, like goes left, and you are suddenly aware that something magical is due left. Since that is just a wall of the APC, it must either be on the other side of the APC or on one of the wings of the dropship.
Cool. Or, you're probably just hearing things. It's clearly what's happening.
Uh-huh.
You're muted, Richard.
Absolutely. So I think I think since dude snapped that way,
whoever's maybe sitting next to you, let's say Boone's sitting next to you, he probably notices you go, Everyone else is, too focused on whatever it is what they would be doing. I
got a disturbance off the port side, like on the wing.
DeMarco turns to you again. Say again, Private?
Disturbance, port side on the wing.
Corporal, are we getting anything on the drop ship? Is there anything inside the cargo bay? Can you have the deck chief check? Yeah, Lieutenant, sure. Benson, can you go? Yeah, okay, fine, great, okay. I gotta fly the bird. You have to go. You want to fly the fucking thing? I didn't think so. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good, Lieutenant. Yeah, he's gonna check. I don't... What? What's that?
Oh God!
Holy shit! And the harsh drops of the dropship you were feeling becomes the harshest drop. As not only does the dropship start falling, but it pitches forward. It is very obvious the dropship is about to crash. There's one more scream, which you would assume is the deck chief. And then there is radio silence as faster than you were expecting. The very heavy dropship, now without any power whatsoever, hits the ground hard. I would like all of you to roll either mobility, survival, or stamina. Your choice.
I command people not to die, and it works.
Neat.
Nice.
Nathaniel, considering how fast this ship was falling, would you say we were in 0G?
Oh, you know what? That's a very creative argument, Thomas, and I'm going to give it to you.
Yes.
0G as in zero chances.
I was
surviving.
I was gonna fight for teleporting into a space, but
I just realized that actually would match my stamina roll anyways. So
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
yeah, unfortunate, but
Oh well.
Is that
Good
mobility?
argument though. Great. Yeah. Mobility, stamina, or survival. Your choice.
Um,
I got a bug.
Oh,
no, I guess I wouldn't be able to do anything. Okay, yeah. No, I was gonna like cheese it, but no, that's fine.
All right.
Yay! I didn't die.
Nice.
Well, that's
Damn
yet
it,
to be
Boone!
seen.
You have to listen to me. I told you not to die. Damn it!
You don't know he's gonna die.
Okay.
He doesn't need all his limbs.
Everybody who got a success, so Lone, Rav, and Spindel, the landing is very harsh, but you pat yourself down. You seem to be in one piece.
Curled up and kissed my ass goodbye. Turns out it works.
Beodune, I would like you to roll panic, please.
Yep.
Okay, you're
Keep
keeping it together. All right. I would like you to take 1 damage. You are flung from your seat and hit a wall hard.
Okay.
a metal wall at that.
I did at least keep my cool.
Oh no, we've just replaced that panel with iron. I'm so sorry.
You screamed a little, but it didn't freak any of us out because
That's right.
we were all screaming a little.
They were like,
We all got just enough scream going on.
Abiodun was screaming, but he got winded when he hit the wall. He was like,
nobody can hear you scream when you don't have air in your lungs.
Okay, Boone.
We are in space right now.
Boone. I would like you to open your character sheet, and you know where it says D66. Can you roll that, please?
Oh, I'm gonna barf.
Here it comes.
55.
55, yes, doubles.
Okay, so just 1 second.
That could be okay-ish.
Hey, hold on. Let me go grab my violin. I need to prep for this.
I think it is. I think that the higher the number, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Oh, cheer. Okay.
I love this so much.
Boone, you topple straight out of your seat, and the crash breaks one of the metal shelves above you, and falls and severs one of your legs. It goes through the flesh, through the muscle, and cracks your leg bone.
Fuck!
That's not good.
You have suffered a severed leg. This is a fatal injury.
Fatal.
Yeah, potentially fatal. You have 6 hours for someone to stop the massive bleeding that is coming out of the major leg artery, or you are dead. You can no longer take the run action in any circumstance. You may only crawl when you move.
But wait, why can't he take the run action? I'm confused.
Uh-huh.
He still has a full functioning leg. Come on.
Medic!
Sorry, buddy, that's you. But if you can guide me. That's not good.
There is one other corpsman on the APC with you.
But he died.
But I need to roll for them. So give me 1 second. We'll see who else managed to make it out.
Oh man, we went from 13 down to 4. Well, shit. Now, if Beodune didn't see it, it wouldn't have happened. If he didn't have a Dune sense, this shit wouldn't be happening right now.
Okay. Corporal Foster survives.
He's not our medic, though.
The planet's always in danger because of the main person.
Yes,
if Superman wasn't on Earth,
the man's name is Lamp.
Yes, Nathaniel, you did it. You did what I asked you to.
Nice.
You need the guy Lamp?
Yeah. I asked. That was Christian. I asked for some names, and Christian gave me Corporal Ben Lamp Foster.
I will not elaborate on why his nickname is Lamp. I did not figure that out.
He shines bright like one.
Because he's a bright guy.
Right.
Sure.
Okay,
It's easy to turn on.
Here comes the other medic's roll, so let's hope he survives.
He likes to wear shades.
Another medic.
Okay.
Oh, He got a stunt. He impressed us with how well he survived.
Yeah.
Wait,
They don't have to roll in order to do it again in the
Hang on.
future.
actually, with that
Yeah, don't
stunt,
survive. The
with
means
a
roll just
mobility
about dropping out of orbit.
Yeah.
would you give an automatic success to? I guess his leg is already severed, so it's too
Yeah.
late to retcon that.
No, but this has
Yeah.
all happened at the same time.
These
It
are,
hasn't
these,
happened
are,
yet.
these are NPC rolls, so I'm ruling, it's too late to
Aw.
have a success.
Mm.
So,
But
Ooh,
he cuts off
Taylor's
his
not
own
lucky.
leg and gives it to
His,
Boone.
yeah,
that's
he
better.
severs his
Hang on.
leg, and then he goes.
Taylor ain't making it.
And
Could
it
she at least
Uh,
give a success to Lucy Taylor?
itself.
Lucy Taylor's the other smart gunner.
But could Cyan Walsh at least give the
Oh,
extra
yeah.
success to Lucy
Yeah.
instead?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do it squad by squad. Let me just finish the last roll here. I guess these are both the same. So. Oh, and that
losing
is
somebody.
That's
Kurosawa. That's the other Comtech.
Yeah.
What about our lieutenant?
Not
The lack
Alpha.
of dice.
So, DeMarco's roll succeeds automatically. So,
Okay.
Well, Lone has no competition anymore, so that's good.
so Walsh can
Never
only
had any
give
competition.
the success to one other person. And he's
Smart
going
gunner.
to give it to.
Smart gunner.
I'm just going to roll a d6 for it.
No.
1 to 3 is Taylor. 4 to 6 is Kurosawa.
1 to 6 is
He gives it to Taylor. Okay,
Yep.
so he gives the 6 to Taylor. So Kenta needs to roll the same roll. You guys are all mean.
66.
Comtech's way more useful in this facility, but I guess you guys know that.
Oh, he
Ooh,
did.
63.
Oh no, they beat.
Hold on, we don't know
Shit.
yet. We don't know yet. It could be fine, like
Oh,
getting a
shit.
6.
Nathan, actually, you've been rolling backwards. That's a 36.
Okay, 63 is disemboweled.
Yeah.
Can you describe it?
A piece of the APC machinery goes through.
Yes.
His bowels were dissemed.
Part of one of the support beams collapses into his stomach. He is dead. So
You know what would be even worse fate than that is they were killed by the smart gun of Taylor, and that's how Taylor survived.
So Kurosawa Kenta is deceased. Staff Sergeant
This is
Reiser.
looking good, Boone. Oh, Kent, could you get somebody up on the... Never mind. Never mind.
Staff Sergeant
You just rest easy, don't you worry about it.
Staff Sergeant Reiser did not survive the crash either. And DeMarco crawls out from the command center. Sound off! Ralph?
Here, sir.
Dune's up.
Spindell?
Alive and well.
Boone?
Do I count?
Most of
He's
you
missed-
still here.
He's missing a leg, DeMarco.
Holy shit. Excellent. Clean through. Holy shit.
You only need one to function.
All right, let's get this tourniquet on you already. Get that belt off here.
So Walsh, the other corpsman, runs over and attempts to stop you from dying. So let's see how successful he is.
He rolls close combat.
No.
Okay.
Coup de grace?
Under.
You're defenseless.
Dumb fuck.
All right. Okay. So you are patched up enough that you will no longer die, Boone. However, you still cannot run under any circumstances.
Is
You may
my
only
leg just
crawl.
like off of me?
It said, "Get me out of here."
Hey, can we take
I'm done
a
taking
piece
orders
of
from this
rebar and like shove it into the leg and then back into his thigh?
You have a stump, Boone. The agency I will give you. Which leg did you lose?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Your bad leg. your middle leg. You lost your middle leg.
Boone's a champion hopscotcher. Anyways, he only needs one leg.
Yeah, can't he use the hop action now?
My left.
Your left. Okay. All right. So you
I
lose
rolled
your
a
left.
D2.
You lose your.
I keep flipping the coin.
You've lost your leg from the knee down.
Mm.
So your left leg ends at the knee.
I
it's
didn't
not
like that
that
one
bad.
anyway.
Don't you worry, Mike. You're going to make an incredible peg-legged pirate, I can tell.
No, that was my least favorite leg anyway.
Oh my god. She gets up. She notes that the APC's kind of like still kind of intact but broken. Okay, Lone, get the APC ramp open. Let's see if we can get out and look at what's happened to the dropship. Rav?
Couldn't you get Kenta to do it?
She looks over, and she points at Kenta.
Just because he's lying down on the job.
Lone, he's fucking dead. Get the job done now.
No one appreciates good humor. And Lone starts going through the exercise of basically having to, on the spot, rewire things now that everything's busted on the inside.
Rav, Spindell, get Boone up, get him off the APC, prop him up against one of the walls of the dropship.
Why don't you give me a stick?
I was about to say, I actually wanted to look for loose piping that I could make some very makeshift crutches out of.
Get the pipe that fell through.
Yeah, sure. You don't need to roll. Oh, get the pipe that fell through.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a little sticky.
Oh.
It has extra glue on it.
You won't fall over.
Traction.
It's easy.
As I'm looking for those pipes to make those crutches for him, I lean into Lone. I kind of thought it was funny. I just seemed like a bad time.
Well, of course, it wouldn't be funny if it was a good time.
That joke doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh.
Also, they can hear you through the comms.
Well, that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Well, I guess so.
Guys, shut up. Spindell, you're successful. You don't need to roll. You find something to make a makeshift crutches for Boone. So you can give those to Boone.
It's another leg. Oh,
Boone
it's his
is
old
still-
leg.
Boone is still not enough to run, but you can at least hobble with some support and whatnot. So.
Do I still feel the presence?
Did you actually want me to roll anything in order to get this bucket open, or
No. It's no roll necessary. It just takes a bit of time.
Ooh, that would be really bad if he rolled and failed, and then we're just.
So guys,
guess we're not leaving.
stuck in the
Yeah.
bucket?
guys are done. Yeah. Guys, that's it. Sorry.
right? Someone hand me the
Great
plasma
camping, guys.
torch.
Great
pop
campaign.
Pump the grenades into the ceiling.
Hey,
Nice
Nathaniel,
knowing y'all.
should
Yeah.
I take any stress from that?
You're cool as a cucumber. Definitely take 2 points of stress, please.
Yeah.
Actually, the way stress works is you get 2 from each limb and 2 for your head. So the 2 stress
Right.
that were taken were actually seated in that left leg, so they
That's
immediately go away.
Yeah.
But you only have
Yeah, it's
8
like-
stress as a max now.
Yeah, it's like the Mechazoid from
It's
Power
reductions,
Rangers. You
yeah.
lost 1 limb, so you just lost one of the Rangers. It's fine.
Well, hey, you know what?
No, they're in the cockpit at the
Oh,
top.
that's right. They're in the cockpit. Never mind.
You're just that much less stressed now because
It
you'll
was a-
never have to lose another leg.
It was
another
a
left leg
saber-toothed.
again.
It was a saber-toothed tiger part, anyway. So it wasn't one of the cool dinosaurs.
It's good to know that everyone that I'm playing this game with is a psychopath, so that's cool.
It's great. I don't feel the
Both
presence
in
outside
and
anymore,
out of
do I?
character.
No, you do not.
Okay.
As everyone walks or hobbles.
Don't even worry
Off
about it,
of-
mate. World's
off the
best
damn
weight loss
APC.
program, am I right?
Oh. As everyone walks or hobbles off of the APC into the hangar area of the dropship, which isn't that much bigger, so you can see whatever happened outside. The one side that Immune called, the whole wall of the dropship on that side has caved in, it's totally concave.
Holy shit.
So it pushed up against the APC and broke the top part of it. You can see the metal's bent enough that there's you can see sort of into the outside. Wherever you've landed is sort of a jungle climate, jungle swampy, not drenched in water, but just sort of that there must be a river nearby or something like that. There's some thick foliage, and then further on you can see a smattering of trees.
Just wondering, with the environment, would you say this is a good place for a lot of predators to roam around?
Ooh, what a twist! You thought it was an alien campaign. And then the predator attacks. He decloaks.
Yatra.
But he's not off the port bow. How can he decloak?
The planet is breathable. It's Earth-like enough that you guys don't need to wear breathing apparatus. It's very humid, though. You get that sense even from the little gap out of the dropship into the outside. So think like, South American tropics kind of vibe. So yeah, exactly. You need to keep your spirits up. Exactly. So as everyone pours out of the damaged APC into the very damaged dropship, DeMarco immediately makes a beeline around the APC towards the cockpit. You hear her swear, and she comes back. The look in her face says everything you need to know about the fates of the two dropship flight members.
Well, just get to it, Lieutenant. How
Good
bad
news,
is it?
right? That's what we're going for today.
Cockpit's been torn open. The glass is gone. The structure's been peeled like an onion.
Impact damage?
It looks like something. It still looks like something opened it from the inside. Something seeped through.
Hmm.
Can we go through the footage? We did that last time. We can't do that in the field, though.
From the inside?
I can't explain it either, Private. She shakes her head at Dune. There's no footage to grab. I can't find his head.
Can't find his head.
Did they have armaments in there? Could it have been a misfire?
They had sidearms, just like us, but I mean,
No pulse rifles.
That
no
wouldn't take
grenades.
somebody's head off in one go.
Lieutenant, were they on the station with us?
the dropship crew. No, they would have been the guys who picked you up, though.
Huh. Well, that's not good. Well, what's next?
Okay.
Still got a mission to do, right?
Well, what about what do you got in the way of signal, Lone? Do we know where we are on this rock?
Good question.
Okay, Lone. Assuming that
It's all banged up. Let's see.
Okay, take some time. See if you can get the APC. See if you can unmount the APC transmitter and bring it outside and get a clearer signal. Let's see if we can at least contact the other dropships, if not the Golgotha.
Lieutenant, this thing's on a swivel and it weighs a couple 100 kilograms. I can't take it off and move it. If I can get it to position itself on the IPC, then maybe we can get a signal through. I'll see what I can do. Best we can do is if it's not moving, we can get up there and get under there and try and move it by hand, but it ain't coming off.
If you need it off, me and Taylor could probably do something.
And
It would take a
boy,
while.
carrying that just through this jungle is going to be such a treat. All right, let me see what I can do.
Okay. In the meantime, we need a perimeter. Sergeant Rav, I want you to take Spindle and Taylor, get outside, and make a small perimeter, a tight perimeter around the dropship.
Understood, sir. What about yourself?
I'm gonna see if I can help Lone. Dune, Foster, Walsh, see what you can do to make Boone a little bit more comfy. Actually, Dune, you come with me. And she grabs you and drags you back towards the cockpit wreckage at the front.
Ah, you called me Dune. That means we're friends.
Shut up. And she keeps pulling you forward. Oh. So before we get there, Rav, Spindel, the two of you plus Taylor, head outside.
Before we head
sorry.
outside, can we give Rav Kenta's motion tracker?
Yes.
Excellent.
I would want to
That's a good guess.
find the hatch to the top of the dropship.
The hatch to the top of the dropship? Okay,
Kind of be getting on top to get like a...
Hey,
Yeah.
Sarge,
Better visual.
before everybody buggers off to the various things and the poor contact is left to be murdered, would you mind having someone keep their eyes on me?
That's what I'm for.
Appreciate
That's
it.
all I'm good for.
I might get you like long jumping before you know it. Look at you
Look, well,
going already.
We're just
it'll-
half
Skipping and jumping away from health.
It'll grow back, huh?
Oh yeah,
Ah,
just
the cool
drew
take
back.
care of you.
don't I?
So you get the motion tracking, you go up on the top hatch. So as you exit out onto the hatch there, so just to be clear, there's like a hatch on the top submarine style, and then there's a ramp that lowers where like the APC would have driven out. So do all three of you go through the hatch then, or does just Rav go through the hatch and the two of you go out the ramp?
I would go up to the hatch to get a kind of like an overview, and then I'd have the other two take each one side of the dropship.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so Rav, as you get onto the top then, nothing on the motion tracker for good or bad. Like I said, as you get outside, you definitely get like a tropical jungle vibe. On top of the dropship has basically lodged in, like almost on a full side, like it's sort of dug in on a diagonal. So the damaged wing is up in the air, and the other wing's been sort of dug into the dirt.
Cool.
Impaled quite deep. Like you've made like a little bit of a like a not a crater, but like a skid along. You've actually knocked over a whole bunch of trees.
So what you're saying is just a couple shovels and a few hours of elbow grease. We'll get this back up and running again, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. A little bit of duct tape, some chewing gum, no problem.
Right. Well, hey, if Red Green can make anything out of duct tape.
Yeah, that's right.
Just MacGyver this.
Make a car out of duct tape.
You sweep the horizon. You don't spy the other dropships in the air. That was kind of a long shot anyways, but it was worth checking. And you also don't spy the facility. You must still be far enough away to not see it on the horizon kind of thing.
Oh, great. I love being far enough away that,
Meanwhile, Taylor and Spindell, all is quiet on the Western Front for now. You begin to make your sort of patrol around the dropship as instructed. Lone, can I have you make a Comtech roll, please?
You sure can. Get my +1
money
from my tools?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, but your tools are embedded in Boone's Lake now.
Right.
Sorry.
I think I had that +1.
There you go, yeah, +1. Okay, one success. Okay.
The leg was a bonus.
So with some time and effort, you managed to get the transmitter up and running. I will resolve that in just a moment.
The only thing is on the bottom of the ship now, but we can still get it long enough bounce off of this panel here. And, well, not bingo exactly, but like bing.
The lieutenant drags Dune towards the damaged cockpit, and Dune, you see basically like the glass part, like the dome glass part on the top of the dropship's just missing, and the dropship has basically like split. Like, so the nose of the dropship has gone outwards like that, right? The seats which were bolted to the ground have both broken off, and like the sides have like bent outwards. Like it looks like a grenade went off or something, but like really like a massive explosion has like bent all the metal outwards, basically.
To clarify, we didn't hear any explosions, right?
You did not. The pilot is still in the damaged chair. Sans head. The other guy, the co-pilot / dropship chief guy, is nowhere to be found.
Cool.
Dune, do you sense anything? Is there anything here? You had a signal on the wing. Is it still here?
I wasn't getting anything before, but if you give me a second. And he concentrates despite the gore and mess around him.
Yeah.
I can give another roll if you'd like.
Yes, please.
My Dooney sense is tingling.
That's 2 successes.
Great.
I would like to choose not to have to roll for this again. No, but...
Is it coming for me? For every extra success you roll, you get to know the answer to one of these questions. Is it coming for me? Are there more of them close by? Or how do I get in past away? So I'll give you the...
Is it coming for me?
Yes, it's coming for me.
Well, yes, I already know that.
Yeah. I was going to say that's kind of the point of the story, so I hope you don't ask that one. So, you get the clear sense that it's gone. But it's because you got 2 successes. It's definitive enough for you to understand that it's not gone. Like it's just, but like it like whatever the thingy that you sensed has expired. It did its damage and now is dead, deceased, no longer.
Okay. There is a distinctive start and stop point that I can do, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not here right now, but if I could make an educated guess, and he turns and looks at the rest of the ship, I can imagine it burst in through that side where the stuff's all caved in, came around and went out that way, and did it faster than any of us could have imagined it. And it was gone.
What did it?
Look, I've seen a lot of stuff. I don't think that was what we saw down on the station. I think it's worse, but I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay. All right.
So, big guns, but also understand that, and I'm going to make this explicitly clear, whatever that was existed to do this and then stopped existing. This ain't... This is more what I'm used to. This is like magic shit. Like, first, magic's real. Welcome to the club, you know now. That's not patronizing. I'm helping you.
She furrows her brow, but nods.
Magic is real. I can do that. It's clearly, and he does the fire real quick because it's the quickest thing he can do. I've done it before. You've seen it happen. This did that and had an effect on people that I can't do. Pop their heads, did whatever it was, and then bounced and left this plane entirely.
Okay.
I don't know if you can kill something you can't even see, stop, or imagine, but you got me.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's see how Lone's doing. And she sort of lets you go, and she kind of gets back into commander mode, and she walks back over and she sort of like pounds on the outside of the APC. Lone? How we doing?
Oh, doing just great. I was actually thinking of having a vacation here. I'm going to have some coming up soon, right?
Is the transmitter working?
It's not great. We're not getting exactly direct line of sight here, but we can get a signal out and in.
See if you can get some Margaritaville.
Will do.
See if you can tune it to the other. See if you can tune it to the Golgotha's frequency, and failing that, see if you can tune it to the frequencies of the other 2 dropships.
Oh, they broadcasting Margaritaville?
I won't say it again, Private.
It's all right. It's already done. Whenever you're ready, we can send something out.
All right. Just give them a general SOS and let them know our... God, I don't even know our coordinates. Give them a general description of the area. Let them know the damage to the dropship.
I can give them a rough idea of our coordinates. I've triangulated from the 2 different signals based on... We've got multiple antennas on the Golgotha, but it's not going to be very accurate. We're talking about hundreds of meters.
I know.
Am I able to pinpoint it?
Your coordinates?
I have compass perfect, and I'm thinking of it literally, but I have compass perfect accuracy for this stuff.
But it's relative to you and magic things, right?
You're right, but I might be able to help if it makes sense.
You might be able to.
I suppose it depends on whether there's any magic things on the Golgotha, which is a bad thing, if so.
There is no Golgotha. It's all magic.
The IFF transponder of the dropship was in the cockpit. There's no way it survived intact, but the one in the APC might still be working. There might be some kind of signal that one of the other dropships or the mothership are picking up. Okay, I'm gonna check in on Boone. I'll be right back to you, Lone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She shuffles over, kind of pushes Foster and Walsh out of the way, and kind of just, and she gets down like in a gargoyle squat. So she's eye level with Boone, right? Because you're sort of up against the wall, Boone. I know this is going to sound like a really stupid question, but how are you feeling, Private? Sorry. How are you feeling, Corporal?
Well, the adrenaline hasn't quite stopped yet.
I understand. Do you think, with some assistance, that you could be moved? Because I think we're going to have to start moving.
Get me a second stick, and I'll be a walking man.
And she kind of slaps you on the shoulder in a camaraderie kind of way. That's good. That's a good lad.
How are you?
I'll be okay. I'll be okay once we're off this rock. Once we find out what's at the facility, we'll make the deaths of the rest of our team worth something.
You and I will have a psych eval. Just you and me. I'll run you a psych eval. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Ah.
She wanders outside to start talking to Rav and Spindel. We'll flash back to Lone. Lone, you transmit out the SOS, and there's like a static signal. Someone is trying to contact you in. Come in. Come in.
Yes, I can hear you.
Got.
All right, let's get this boosted. Come on.
Picking up. IFF. Reading damages. Not too far.
Pull some power from somewhere. Let's see. All right, come on. On you damn dial, do something.
Yes. Okay. Is that better?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Butte.
This is
save our souls, pretty please.
This is Second Lieutenant Gordon of the garrison force.
Well, you're not exactly who I was trying to reach, but it's good to hear your voice. Glad you're doing all right. By the way, we've crash landed nearby, kind of in a sticky wicket. Don't suppose you are in any position to help?
Yes, one of our observation towers noted your dropship crashing. We unfortunately have a containment situation. It is under control, but we do have transports here at the station that can bring you back up to wherever it is you need to go. But you're going to have to come to us. We can forward the coordinates to... Do you have a working terminal?
Well, working is a frame of mind, really, but yes, it all holds for now.
We'll give you coordinates to the outer edge of the facility walls. We'll have a team meet you there.
All right. Just before we get off the horn, when you say containment issue, we're talking about here, got some very little buggers that, research gerbils or something.
Nothing like that. We had disciplinary action last night, and some of the men decided that being held in the brig was beneath them. Nothing to worry about. Like I said, head for the coordinates, and we'll have a team meet you on the wall. We'll discuss where to go from there.
Sounds great.
Do you have a ship in orbit?
Let's see here. Well, the last time I checked, you don't get dropships without something dropping them.
All right. We read them. We reading their signal. Unfortunately, our comm systems is acting up. There's a massive windstorm in our area. Communications are garbled for the moment. We should have a window about 90 minutes, though. We'll let your ship know that you're in trouble. See if they can send their auxiliary dropship for you.
Well, that's awfully neighborly of you. Appreciate it.
All right. Good talking with you. I didn't get your name.
That's all right. When we see each other in person, you'll be able to greet me, buy me a beer. I'll tell you all about myself.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, I've got the coordinates right here. Butte. Thanks,
all right.
mate.
Yep, you're welcome. and there's a long pause, it'll be fun. And that's what will end this session.
Damn you!
Nathaniel,
Damn
that whole time
It's
I was
not
waiting-
just happening to me, though.
That whole time I was waiting for you to scream, Spindell, make an observation roll. I was all keyed up like when.
What a good session.
Woo!
So many good things happen to good
Is
people.
next week the day the day we die? Because it sounds like it.
I mean, for better or worse, it is the 6th.
It is
Yeah.
going to be the last session
episode
of
of
this
this
campaign.
Yeah.
So,
Gentlemen, we have watched the adventures of Abudude and this Marine squad for 5 sessions. And next time, for episode 6, titled It Hungers,
Nope.
we will reach our conclusion.
No.
You.
Oh, I'm gonna stay in the drop ship where they can't find us.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Take Boone. He's a bit smaller.
Yeah,
than
Boone's
this.
more dangerous now that he doesn't have 2 legs. Oh my god.
Just a
Watch
little.
out.
throwing you to the wolves. Look at
You know,
that.
just take him. Just a little nod.
Take food, please. Take my wife and children, please.
Yeah,
Let
just
me know
in
if there's
case we
any-
weren't aware what cowards we had on our team.
Yeah.
Let me know if
Thomas
there's
is a
anything
perfect
specific I
example.
have to write for my intro next week.
How dare you call me a coward just because I tried to give up the disabled member of the party?
Let's not start this fight.
If it makes you feel any better, while he was distracted eating you, I planned to shoot him.
Oh, like a cab interrogation.
Classic.
Now look, when the cleric can no longer perform their duties
Yeah.
Take them
while
out
we're
to
exploring the
pasture.
dungeon,
Hold
Yeah.
we
on.
leave them behind at base camp in order to recuperate their HP.
Good leg.
Easy there, Kirk. He can still heal people if they fall like relatively close to him.
Look, all we need is a good night's rest, and then he'll regenerate his leg.
All
Alright?
So upset.
All of my friends are really mean.
Christian, we might find you a new leg in there.
I
No,
don't
but look,
want a new
look,
leg.
look,
I want
look,
my
this
old
happened-
leg.
Whoa. No, this happens all the time, okay?
Leg
Just
2.
an 8-hour rest, and everything will be fine.
That's right. Cast
Don't worry
a
about
few
it.
cure light wounds.
That's
No big
right.
deal.
Cure leg wounds, and you'll be fine.
It's my favorite spell.
We need to lay off Boone. He's already hurting.
Yeah, it's true. He's
He's gonna be hurting more next week. I tell you what.
I mean, I was gonna say, look on the bright side, Booney. You're no Kenta.
Yeah, it's true. You,
You
didn't
are
get disemboweled
alive.
instantly. Yeah.
And also
You
look
could've-
on the bright side, you just lost like 20 pounds.
You could have rolled worse.
Like, damn, dude.
Okay, Kirk will lay off you. I am. So don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good.
But when he says he'll lay off you, he means he won't say anything more about it right now. Not that you won't die horribly next time.
If
Wow.
you live through this, you'll get sent home, so you'll be able to see Junior.
Yeah,
True.
it's true.
Get discharged.
Boonier.
But he did send that red flag
too.
letter, so
Jesse
does he get to live though? I don't know.
The red flag letter,
Jesse
yeah.
Junior, Lil JJ.
Yeah.
Well, JJ Boone.
Jesse Jr.
Nice. Jesse Jr. All right, so like I said, yep, episode 6 is coming. It hungers. We'll be back for that.
Nope. Nope.
What?
Nope.
What?
What's
Oh,
gonna happen?
I'm sick. I'm gonna have to pass on next week.
Any experience? I feel
Kirk
like
sounds like he's dying.
I feel like I experienced a lot this week.
Yeah, beige.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna do something mean, be like, oh, how much does it cost at level 5? Everyone gets 4 experience points.
Nice.
But I think we'll just leave it at what I said, which is, yeah, we're not gonna do XP
We'll
today.
skip that for the moment.
All right, we'll be back
Everyone's
soon.
had all the life experiences they're
Thank you
going
very
to.
much.
Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye,
Yeah.
Dr. Boone.
Bye.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.